Hello everyone! Welcome back here on my channel. This is me once again, Teacher Jinjin, your virtual teacher here on YouTube. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, gumagawa ako ng mga Tagalog tutorial videos mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Kung interesado ka, please like, subscribe at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka kapag may bago akong upload na video. Kung gusto mong mag-advance learning sa inyong mga topics from 1st quarter hanggang 4th quarter, feel free to visit our playlist. Kompleto lahat yon. Okay, let's get started! Magandang araw mga minamahal kong grade 8 learners! Sa video na ito ay i-guide ko kayo sa inyong learning task number 2 letter B tungkol sa law of detachment. Pero bago yon, ituro ko lang itong law of detachment. Sabi dito, if P then Q is a true conditional statement, P is true and Q is true. Ito yung law of detachment. Example, CJ knows that if he will not study his module in math a day before the test, he will not get a good score in the test. CJ did not study his module in math today, so he concludes that he will not get a good score for tomorrow's test. So, tingnan natin kung valid ba yung argument. Ang premise dito, if P then Q, diba? If CJ will not study his module in math a day before the test, then he will not get a good score. At ang premise natin dito, yung P, ang hypothesis natin ay CJ did not study his module in math a day before the test. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging conclusion nito, therefore, he will not get a good score in the test. So, ganun lang naman siya kadali. Ito yung sa law of detachment. Okay? Disclaimer lang mga anak, pinalitan ko yung ibang given dito upang sa ganun ay subukan ninyong isolve yung nasa modules ninyo kasi mas magandang mag-solve kapag kayo mismo ang magsusolve. Dito sa number 1, if two lines are parallel, then they do not intersect. Ang given dito na hypothesis, lines J and K are parallel. So, sabi dito, pag parallel sila, they do not intersect. So, ang magiging conclusion natin ay, therefore, lines J and K are parallel. Okay? Ganun lang naman siya mga anak. Number 2, if there is lightning, then it is not safe to play outside. Tapos, si Peter saw lightning. Ibig sabihin, ang conclusion, it is not safe to play outside. Okay? Number 3, if you get an average grade of 95 to 100, then you will be in honor roll. Your average grade is 96.75. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Mas mataas siya or nasa pagitan siya ni 95 at 100. Therefore, you will be in the honor roll. Okay? Number 4, if a figure is a square, then the sum of the angles is 360 degrees. Tapos, ang given dito, ABCD is square, meaning to say, ang measurement ng angle ng square ay, okay, ito, the sum of the angles of quadrilateral ABCD is 360 degrees. So, ganun ang gawin ninyo sa number 4 kasi pinapalitan ko yung iba dito. Number 5, if the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, then the angles are supplementary. Tapos, ang given natin dito, angle X is equal to 130 degrees and angle Y is equal to 50 degrees. So, 180 plus 50, anong ibig sabihin nun? Therefore, the sum of the measures of angle X and Y is 180 degrees. They are supplementary. Okay? Next, number 6. If two circles have the same center, then they are concentric. Tapos, ang given dito, the center of two circles is point A. Meaning to say, the circles are concentric. Kasi pero silang merong point A. Or yung center nila ay parehong point A, kaya concentric sila. Number 7, if a figure has 4 sides, then it is a quadrilateral. Tapos yung rectangle has 4 sides. Meaning to say, rectangle is a quadrilateral kasi meron siyang 4 sides. And then number 8, if two integers are odd, then the sum is even number. Tapos ang given natin ay the numbers x and y are odd integers. So anong sabi natin kapag odd integers, ang sum daw nila is even in number. Therefore, the sum of x and y is even. Alright? Then, or even number. Dagdagan nyo na lang dito. Number 9, if the score in math exam is 50 and above, then you pass the exam. Tapos, si Shaina scored 68 in the exam. So, mas mataas siya sa 50. Therefore, Shaina passed the exam. Then lastly, if points lie on a line, then they are collinear. Points X, Y, and Z are in line M. Ibig sabihin, yung points X, Y, and Z are collinear. Kasi nasa isang line sila, nasa line M silang tatlo, kaya collinear sila. Okay na? Next, let's proceed naman dito sa law of syllogism. Dito naman, if P then Q and Q then R are true conditional statements, then P then R is true. For example, if you eat vegetable, then you become healthy. Ito yung major premise. If you become healthy, then you will not get sick. Ito naman yung tinatawag na minor premise. So, ang P natin dito is you eat vegetable. At ang Q natin, you become healthy. Ito yung P natin, ito yung Q. Tapos, ang R natin, you will not get sick. Ito. By law of syllogism, the conclusion is P, then R. If you eat vegetable, ito, yung P natin, then you will not get sick. Nagets ninyo? So, the two premises are valid. Pero may mga pagkakataon din na hindi siya valid. Okay? Dito sa letter C, use law of syllogism to draw a conclusion. Determine if your conclusion is valid or not. Number 1, if it will continue to rain, then the track and field oval will become wet and slippery. Ito yung major premise. So, ang minor premise naman, if the track and field oval will become wet and slippery, then the track and field game will be cancelled. Ano ang magiging conclusion natin dito? So, ito yung P natin, at ito naman yung Q. At ito yung R natin. So, ang magiging conclusion natin, if it will continue to rain, then the track and field game will be cancelled. So, valid ba ito? Dito sa major premise natin, if it will continue to rain, then the track and field oval will become wet and slippery. True naman itong major premise. Ito naman, if the track and field oval will become wet and slippery, then the track and field game will be cancelled. Okay, so meron tayong word dito na will be cancelled. Dito sa statement na to, this is invalid. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng dahil lang may ulan ay cancel na yung track and field. Hindi sa lahat ng oras ay makakancel. Pwedeng valid yung conclusion natin for sometimes, pero not all the times. Okay? Then number 2, if you are resting, then you will be relaxed. At yung minor premise natin, if you are relaxed, then your heartbeat is normal. So, ito yung P natin, tapos ito yung Q, then ito yung R. So, ang magiging conclusion natin, if you are resting, then R. Ano yung R natin? Then your heartbeat is normal. So, true naman ito, di ba? True ito, kapag nagre-rest ka, then you will be relaxed. If you are relaxed, then your heartbeat is normal. So, true din ito, but not all the times. So, pwede rin itong maging false. Kasi hindi sa lahat ng oras na pag nagre-rest ka ay normal yung heartbeat mo. So, invalid din para sa akin itong statement number 2. Number 3, if you study your lesson, then you will pass the exam. Ito yung P natin, ito yung Q. Ang minor premise natin, if you pass the exam, you will get a good grade. So, ito yung R natin. So, anong magiging conclusion? If you study your lesson, ito, then you will get good grades. Dito tayo sa major premise. If you study your lesson, then you will pass the exam. So, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon na kapag nag-study ka or nag-review ka ng lesson mo ay makakapasa ka sa exam. For example, sa mga board exam ng mga professionals. Hindi rin lahat ng nag-review ay nakakapasa sa exam. And If you pass the exam, you will get a good grade. Hindi rin basihan yung exam sa ating grades, di ba? Meron tayong tinatawag na performance task, meron din tayong written works, at most of the time, 20% lang yung exam natin. Meaning to say, invalid para sa akin itong number 3. Okay? Kayo ang bahala kung paano nyo siya ide-defend. So, i-state nyo na lang dyan kung ano yung magiging reason ninyo, kung bakit siya invalid or not valid. Next, dito naman sa number 4, if a creature is a butterfly, then it has an antony. At ang minor premise natin, if the creature has an antony, then it is an insect. So, ito yung P natin, ito yung Q natin. So, ang magiging conclusion natin, if a creature is a butterfly, ito, then it is an insect. So, tingnan natin kung true ba or valid ba yung mga statements. Dito sa major premise, if a creature is a butterfly, then it has an antony. So, valid naman ito, di ba? Kasi yung mga butterfly naman may antony. Dito naman sa minor premise, if the creature has an antony, then it is an insect. So, valid din ito. So, valid yung number 4. Next, number 5. If you are studying science, then you are studying physics. Ang minor premise ay if you are studying physics, then you are studying chemistry. Ito yung P, ito yung Q, ito yung R. So, ang magiging conclusion ay if you are studying science, ito, then you are studying chemistry. So, dito muna tayo sa major. If you are studying science, then you are studying physics, which is valid. If you are studying physics, then you are studying chemistry. So, valid din ito. Or, pwede not all the time din na kapag mag-study ka ng physics ay you are studying chemistry na rin. Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Okay? Next, number 7. If angles are linear pair, then they are supplementary angles. Tapos, ang minor natin, if the angles are supplementary, the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. Ito yung P natin, ito yung Q, ito yung R. So, ang magiging conclusion natin ay, if angles are linear pair, then the sum is 180 degrees. Tingnan natin dito sa major. If angles are linear pair, then they are supplementary angles. So, lahat ng linear pair ay supplementary angles. So, this is true. Then, dito naman sa minor, if the angles are supplementary, the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. Always naman yan na 180 degrees ang kanyang sagot. So, this is true, meaning to say, ang number 7 ay valid. Number 8, if a man is good in math, then he is an engineer. At ang minor, if he is an engineer, then he can build a house. So, ito yung P natin, ito yung Q, ito yung R. Ang magiging conclusion natin, if a man is good in math, then he can build a house. Tingnan nga natin sa major. Dito sa major, if a man is good in math, then he is an engineer. So, hindi lahat ng good in math ay engineer. So, this is not valid. And then, if he is an engineer, then he can build a house. Totoo ba to? Totoo kapag civil engineer siya. Pero meron din iba't ibang engineering courses. Meron ding electronics and communication engineering, meron ding mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, at marami pang ibang engineers na hindi naman lahat sila ay nakakabuild ng house. So, not valid din yung statement na to, meaning to say, this is not valid. Okay? For example, yung mga mathematics teachers, a man is good in math, kaya na rin ba naming mag-build ng house? Hindi, diba? So, this is not valid. Number 9, if a creature is a mammal, then it has 2 legs. Tapos, ang minor niya, if a creature has 2 legs, then it can swim. So, ang magiging conclusion, if P, that is, if the creature is a mammal, then ang R natin is, then it can swim. So, tingnan nga natin. If a creature is a mammal, then it has 2 legs. Tayo ay mammal, so meron tayong 2 legs. Pwede yan. Pero, meron ding mga creature na mammal na may 4 legs, yung mga mammals na animals. So, may 4 legs sila, so this is not valid. Dito naman sa minor premise, if a creature has 2 legs, then it can swim. So, merong mga human na kayang lumangoy. Pero hindi lahat ng creature na may 2 legs ay kayang lumangoy. For example, yung kangaroo, 'di ba, hindi rin naman siya marunong lumangoy. Or yung mga apes, yung mga monkeys, hindi sila marunong lumangoy. So, not valid itong number 9. Number 9. And then lastly, number 10. If it's raining, then there is lightning. If there is lightning, then there is a thunder. So, ang magiging conclusion natin, if it's raining, then there is thunder. Dito tayo sa major. If it's raining, then there is lightning. Not all the time. Pwede namang umuulan lang. So, not valid ito. And then, if there is lightning, then there is thunder. So, hindi rin lahat ng pagkakataon na kapag merong lightning, may thunder na rin. Minsan, kidlat lang ang meron. So, not valid, meaning to say, ang ating conclusion ay not valid din. Alright? So, tapos na natin ang learning task number 2 ninyo. Kung gusto ninyong panoorin yung susunod na learning task, i-click nyo na lang sa end screen or hanapin nyo na lang sa playlist natin. Mga anak, kung nakatulong ito sa inyo, please do like this video at mag-comment na rin kayo sa baba. Once again, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy at mag-aral ng mabuti. God bless you all and goodbye!